like I said earlier, I will fuck anybody and everybody because everybody needs love and everybody needs a little bit of puss.
Were they like commemorative hockey pucks or like just regular old hockey pucks?
No, they were like special hockey pucks. I have one at my house. I should have brought it. And it's like, I don't know, they're like signed by the people and they're like vintagey.
Okay.
And I don't know, he had like
How'd
a
you meet this
eBay
guy?
store. Tinder.
And you were
Wow.
banging them?
She was
Yeah,
living with him.
I was
And he
living
was
with him.
disabled?
Yeah, well, just like in
Shout
the
out
arm.
to the disabled and everything, but
Yeah, disabled people need love too. They
What-
need pussy.
what was the disability? Like he couldn't walk or?
Well, he had kind of a limp, and he also had like an arm that was like, I think it had nerve damage or something. So his arm was kind of always up.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, he was a great guy. He ended up giving me chlamydia though, which that fucking sucked.
Who the
So
fuck did this guy get chlamydia from?
I guess he was
Hookers.
seeing a girl before me, and then
Okay.
he gave me chlamydia while I was seeing him, and he was like, I thought I was clean, and I was like, fuck. But it was fine. But after that, didn't work out, so I ended up leaving, and I went back to Missouri, and I did some real estate stuff for a while. And then after that, I had somebody reach out to me being like, oh, do you want to start an OnlyFans? And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. So I went all the way to Texas, moved there, started an OnlyFans, and that's how I got into porn eventually. Yeah. I had a client that I was FaceTiming who I sold my panties to. And he hooked me up with this girl that I went to high school with, and she was already in the business, so she helped me find an agency and like get into the whole scene and everything.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
were you sexually liberated enough at this point that it was just no worries at all? You were like, yeah, I'm happy to do porn, or was it a little bit tricky still?
No, yeah, I think I was pretty happy. I mean, I thought it was kind of like destined because in high school I wear glasses. I'm not wearing them today, but I usually wear glasses.
You should have worn them because I love a girl in glasses.
does.
Let's just let the
Yeah.
record reflect.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking for the scene because I looked at your stuff and I didn't see any girls that have worn glasses in scenes with you two. Have
No,
you?
not
right?
really.
So I want
Yeah.
to bust a nut on some glasses.
That's
hot.
what a
It's
lot
a
of
hot
people
look.
like on my OF. Yeah, it's kind of, and it's great because it doesn't fuck up your makeup at all. It's just like there.
I'm gonna start wearing them every day.
I know, right?
She used to have these like big, ugly like glasses that she would wear, like giant glasses, and she would
It's
just wear
in.
them all the time. She's like, if I can't do my makeup, I just wear these glasses. I feel
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, big glasses are kind of in right now. It's trendy, you
They're
know.
very cute.
Yeah, this was a while ago. This was before they were in.
No, but yeah, in high
Stop
school
making
I
fun
wore
of
the
me.
glasses, right? And so everybody would always tell me I look like a porn star librarian. And so I feel like it was kind of manifested for me throughout life. Like everybody telling me I could be a porn star, I look like a porn star, and then here I am. I'm a porn actress.
Wow. So how deep did you like, or how quickly did you go into the more extreme stuff in terms of on camera? Did you start doing crazy stuff right away?
No, I mean, when I first started out, a lot of people told me I wouldn't make it because I was too vanilla, which is so wrong. But I don't do anal yet, so I don't do that kind of crazy stuff. I just did my first gangbang about like 3 months ago, and it just came out. So that, I guess, is the craziest stuff I did. I did a DVP in it too, so 2 dicks in my pussy, which
I feel like
amazing.
gangbang is crazier than anal.
Really?
Do we agree?
I would say a pretty decent percentage of women will do anal throughout their lives, and nearly none of them will do
Yeah.
gangbangs, except if they're in porn. But even in porn, it's like most of the girls don't do gangbangs, and most of them do anal, right?
So I would say
I
you've done
guess.
crazy stuff, even though you haven't done anal.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, well, it wasn't that crazy. But then I'm like, well, to a normal person, this might be kind of crazy.
Well, you've done it in your personal life, which is
Yeah.
why you might have not thought
That
it was that
too.
crazy to do it on
Yeah.
camera.
So
That too.
you've done anal.
No. Well, in my personal life, yes, but on camera, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was saying she did a gangbang in her personal life.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so the anal thing is it just very difficult for you? It's not easy. I'm sure you've tried.
Yeah, I mean, I really just can't take a big dick up my ass, honestly. And when I do, I'd rather it be like a small dick in my ass with the vibrator, so I get the clit stimulation in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just kind of feels like I'm being ripped open, and I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to discover through talking to different girls that just everyone's anatomy is a little different.
Yeah.
Every time I go to do the anal swab test,
Yeah.
I cut myself and I'm always bleeding.
You
and
cut
then
your butthole?
all the time, and I feel like every time we do anal, I'm bleeding.
Oh
but then
my
I hear about girls who
God.
just like their butt just opens up for the biggest dick in the
Yeah.
world, and
Adriana Chechik.
I just don't. She's taking 3 in there.
She's taken so much in there.
I have had girls in my life who were able to do anal like it was absolutely nothing. And I'm not talking about porn stars. And
Wow.
I mean, some girls just will be like high level. I've also had girls in my life. There was a porn star I used to hang out with. I tried so many times. We were off Xanax. We
Yeah.
were getting fucking loaded.
Oh my
and
God.
nothing was going into her butt. It was not happening. It's just every butthole is very different. It's really part of the magic
Jesus.
of God, really.
But I'm the same way. I
Yeah.
prefer to have like the Hitachi, and I'm really
Makes it
relaxing
easier.
myself, and then I actually get really into it, and the pain passes.
And I feel like when you're riding dick and anal, it feels like the dick's going into your spine. It's kind of like the most uncomfortable thing ever. So
And it's always that little fear of like, am I having a good time or am I gonna shit?
yeah. Should I get my butthole or is the poop gonna come out?
Yeah.
Talk to me about the gangbang experience.
Okay, like on camera or my personal life?
Okay, let's start personal life.
Okay, so the first gangbang I ever did, which I didn't even know it was a gangbang because I thought that like 4 guys and myself was just like, I don't know. I was like, that's not that many guys. It can't
No,
be
that's a gang.
considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a gangbang. But I was out at the club with my best friend in Missouri, and these 4 guys, they ended up coming up to us, talking to us throughout the night, and from there, I thought that she was going to go home with one of them and that I was going to go home with at least 2 of them, but then she ended up not wanting to go home with any of them. So they all asked if they could come back to our house and do like a little after party situation. So we smoked it up in my house, and then afterwards I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed. Like, I'm going to go lay down. Whoever's going to stay with me can come stay with me. And then I went in my room and all 4 of them followed me. So when we got in there, I had a king size bed, so it was fine. But I was like, oh, do one of you guys want to go sleep with my best friend in the other room? Because it's kind of crowded in here and I don't know if I could sleep like this. They were like, no, we all want to stay with you. And I was like, okay. So then it started with the 2 guys on my side. They started like touching on me and kissing on me. And I was like, oh my God, like, am I going to fuck these guys? Like, all in the same bed? So then we started getting down into it. The 2 guys were touching me, kissing me. And then the 2 guys on the other side, they came down by my legs. And then they were touching me and kissing me. And then it
Sounds
started.
like they've done this before.
Yeah.
Kissing a girl's body with the homies is a lot. Because
Yeah.
at a certain point, you're going to be kissing something that the homie already kissed, and that's kind of like you just kissed the homie.
Hell
oh my
no.
God.
Hell
What?
no.
What?
No way.
Come
It's like if your
on.
homie spits on the ground and you lick it.
A peck?
Then you guys are just best friends.
Would you
Peck?
share a drink with your friend?
No, ideally not.
But
You'd
you
smoke
share
blunts
joints
with your friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
So
that's,
you
that's G
basically
shit.
kissed all your friends.
That's gang
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
God.
But all these guys were also European, so I feel like that plays a part in it. They're kind of more sexually open.
Like the cheek.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're bi, yeah.
But I will
Oh
say
my
we
God,
didn't do
you're so
anything like
extra.
too crazy. We didn't get too wild. I mean, like each guy took their own individual turns, and the craziest thing we did was like an Eiffel Tower. But yeah, so towards the end, each guy took their each individual turn in doggy, and they each filled me up with their cum, and I was just like their little cum slut for the night, I guess.
And
So
you were on birth control or you were just running it?
I can't really remember at that point, to be quite honest with you. I know I got Plan B in the morning because we all drove to CVS in the morning, and they all like cash apped me their half of the Plan B so I could get one. And so I would say I probably wasn't on birth control then if I got the Plan B.
Okay. What is breakfast with your friend that you went to the club with like the next day?
Well, she was my best friend. We knew each other for 15 years. We're not friends anymore, unfortunately, but yeah, she just wanted to know how it was and like was telling me that I was such a G.
Okay, she wasn't judging you. That's
No,
good.
oh my God, no. Plus, she couldn't judge me because like just a couple weeks before that, she fucked my ex-boyfriend, and I was so pissed off. But
But you're
it's
still
fine.
But you're still friends with her.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can't share the homie, then what kind of friends are you?
Did you in any way feel dirty or like, do you have any negative feelings associated with the gangbang, or was it just pure joy?
No, it was pretty much pure joy. I loved it. I would do it again if I could, like in a personal life situation, because I feel like that's such like a once in a lifetime type of thing to happen to you.
Yeah.
Well, some people would say that, but they would be wrong, because in reality, you could literally walk up to like any 4 dudes, even in this office. You could probably just walk up to 4 guys in the editing bay and be like, "Hey, bang me," and they'd be like, "Okay."
I know you had some handsome guys in there. I seen it.
I mean, hey,
just
yeah.
checking them out. But I feel like they wouldn't all be able to get hard in front of each other. So
Well,
it's not always
Yeah.
like
You're
an
right.
ideal situation.
Some percentage
true.
of guys are not going to be able to perform in that kind of environment, but a lot can.
From what I remember, they were all hard. I mean, like they were all like strong like bull, you know?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So that was the one gangbang that you've done in your personal life?
Yeah, but it was pretty fucking awesome. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better first experience.
So then you get into the porn world, and do you just decide to engineer it quickly, or like where does it come from?
Engineer what?
The gangbang.
Oh, I mean, I ended up doing the gangbang because I wanted to put something out there different for this year that I hadn't done already, because I felt like it gets kind of boring. Like it's gonna be it's my second year this year. I was like, I want to throw in something new, but I don't want to do anal yet. So I thought a gangbang was like a good halfway point. Although you guys think it's more crazy, so
I do think it's crazy. I don't think I'll ever do a gangbang, but I do anal once in a while.
Yeah.
I
Can I
just
take
feel
this
like it's
eyelash off?
crazier in porn because we get pretty damn rough in the anal department.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm ready for that roughness. But I can take it rough in my cooch. She's strong like steel.
In general, it's always just a lot more sex on camera than you would have
Yeah.
in your personal life.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.